안녕하세요. 네? 오케이. 안 보이네. 네. 설명이 있으니까 한글로 하겠습니다. 이렇게. 월비전에서 일어나고 있는 농업 전문가이라는 이창표라고 합니다. 이게 여러분들께서 전 섹션에는 내추럴 파밍에 대한 임팩트나 실제로 이것이 효과가 있냐 이런 것들에 포커스를 맞췄다면 저는 실제로 이 메소드를 가지고 저희 월드비전에서 하고 있는 사업장에 적용을 한 교수님이 통역하세요? 잉글리시 하겠습니다. 네. This presentation, I just want to introduce the impact analysis of the NeOrganic farming application of rice-based chicken and pig production developing countries. In developing countries, Vietnam, and Sri Lanka, and Ethiopia. So in this case, I called NeOrganic because when I introduced natural farming, the people, especially developing country people, the government staff, they're a little bit confused because there are many definitions of natural farming. So what is natural farming? They ask me. So some people say there is no, even they are not the application of they are not apply the microorganisms. So when I apply microorganisms, it's not natural farming. They are told me. So a little bit confused. So and I just analyzed all of the methodology in some significant the farming methodology. Right now to compare the three methodologies. Here is the conventional, organic, and the conservation. This conservation recommended by the FAO nowadays. And there are the characters of the whole methodology. But I emphasize there are some weak points because the conventional, as you may know, they are not sustainable. Organic is a little bit sustainable, but it's not actually the productivity is not more than the conventional way. And the conservation, they still use the chemicals or the fertilizers, chemical fertilizers. And I just choose the merit of the methodology. So when I introduced the natural farming, actually, I emphasize the four principles. One is the no and the minimum tilling. And other things, mulching, the natural materials. Because to make a microorganism house under the soil. But most of the in Korea, even in Korea, we have the microorganisms farming. So the scientists, they developed some specific microorganisms and they apply the productivity improvement under the contaminated soil. But in the natural farming, when I introduced the natural farming, I emphasize two things because indigenous microorganism compound is important, but to accelerate the impact, to improve quickly the impact of our performance. But for the sustainable method or sustainable approach, no and minimum till or mulching should be emphasized in the farming methodology. So it's a little bit different from the original natural farming. So I call it, why is it a little bit different? So I call it the NeOrganic farming. So like this, to avoid the confusion between natural farmers and the new farmers, the application of this farming methodology. Anyway, but this methodology from the natural farming, I a little bit modified, or my emphasis is a little bit, my angle is a little bit different from the original one. So, anyway, the principle of NeOrganic farming method. So, in the principle of NeOrganic farming, I just emphasize these sections: microorganisms and decomposition, and then we can maintain the nutrient and the number of the microorganisms in the soil. But most of the farmers, they are practically plow the land. So when you plow the land, it's meaning you destroy the house of the microorganism on the ground. So to enhance of this step or the mechanisms, I emphasize no plow the land and cover the land with mulching materials. And only the 4 principles I train, and then we apply this methodology in Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and Ethiopia. These are locations, and then practically 30 household, 600 household, 990 and 490 household in Konkuk and different farmers groups and villages. The application sectors: vegetable, rice, chicken and pork, vegetable and rice, and sweet potato. This is project period. So all of the farm from the Konkuk and has an innovative farming methodology. But in this the project, knowledge transfer with the week POT training on the NeOrganic farming for government staff leading farmers every year. I only visit one time for 1 week per year, not anymore. I'm not living with them, the local people, local farmers. I just provide 3 days POT training, and I just supervise the trainer, the trainees train other farmers for 3 days. So only I visit one time per year for 1 week. And this is the result in Sri Lanka, the vegetable production. This is lettuce fingers, brinjals, pumpkin, green chili, bean, drumstock, bitter, green leaf. Before after, this is the beneficial of before applying, after applying the new farming. Differences, beneficiary, non-beneficiary differences. But there is no statistical differences in the beneficiary and non-beneficiary because there are other sectors to affect the differences because all the beneficiary farmers, they have different capacity to do the farming, and they not only the different farming methodology, also they many different environments between the beneficiary and non-beneficiary. So anyway, there is no statistical differences, but in the same farmers, before and after the comparison, the differences all significantly. And now, this is statistical of the government in Sri Lanka. This is natural, this is the conventional ton per acre. But the productivity there are big differences between the natural and the conventional. This is not my data. I'm not collecting this data. It's collecting this data from the local government, the statistical department. So actually, there's like this big difference. There is no the sampling sampling methodology. There is no differences between the beneficiary and non-beneficiary. But in the statistically, in area statistical the data, there are very big differences. The input cost. This is the input cost of vegetable production in Sri Lanka, and the input cost beneficiary before after. And the differences also, this is significantly different. And also beneficiary, non-beneficiary. This is the big between the groups. There are big differences. So this is not only the statistical, not only the qualitative data. There is also quantitative data. There is also the qualitative data. We focus on discussion, also key informative with the government staff or some leading farmers, and there is the message through the qualitative data analysis. This impact is the same as the other presenters. And also, this is the accessibility of the natural product in that area, project area. March 20, 2030, there are around 20% for now. Last year, they are at almost 91%. So they improved the accessibility of natural product. And this is the milk frequency, especially also improved through this project. The baseline is 74%, but this year is the 98% is the child, and the 95%, 0.5% is adult. So also this is the benefit farmers, the qualitative the data. This is the diet, the diversity. Because through this, only the natural farming, they get more diverse, the various diets in their home garden. So in the baseline, they are 42.3%, and they improve like this: the child and the adult. Taste better, the smell better, and consumers prefer natural farming products. This is the diet diversity comparison. So they also improved the beneficiary, non-beneficiary. In child, they are more improved. 67% is the non-beneficiary, 52%. This is the Vietnam case, the rice. We analyzed all the sectors. This is the variety of the seed, the sowing dot, the harvesting dot, the life cycle, also leaf worm. They all, this analyzed, this surveyed by the local government in Vietnam, not by the World Vision team. So they provided like this the data, and five different the villages, but I just introduced the three different villages: the natural and conventional, natural, conventional. The variety is the same, but the different variety they used, and there are. This is the disease. This is the breakup, but this is breakup. There is no infection. Also, from the village, there is no infection. Both the methodology. But anyway, the CF, they are more infected by the disease and insect. And this is the input cost, the analysis, and then purchase the seed and chemical fertilizer, herbicide, something like this. Also, they are calculate the carrying labor first, or the land preparation labor first. And also bioproduct, IMO, sometimes indigenous micro, to prepare the indigenous microorganism. And in this case also, their total input cost is like this. They are compared. So most of the village, the natural product input cost is lower than the CF, the conventional way. And income, like this. Because this income is calculated, yield is almost the same. But the selling price is a little bit different. But this is naturally they are a little bit increased the selling price. But they are not intentionally they sold this natural product with the high price. So naturally the consumers they are the books of this product with the price. So anyway, this is in Vietnam they are sold the natural product in this so total income, net profit. I think the net profit is a little bit different. Anyway, they are 3 times more, higher than the net profit in natural farming than the conventional farming. In this case, the vegetables they applied only the one time, but a little bit different. Lettuce, the broccoli, the herbs, because their herbs, their life cycle is longer than the CF, and then also the lettuce they are longer than the CF. Also, they are a little bit longer than the CF, but their harvest yield. But the input cost is more than the CF because because I don't, sorry, because this is the land preparation, the sowing, the labor cost. They are in the natural farming. They are more higher than the conventional farming. So this is can be cause the high input cost in the natural farming, like this, comparing to the here. But their income is higher than, but they are selling this selling price is the same, because there is no, the only they practice the natural farming the one time, one season, so there is no any differences price in the market. Anyway, they produce, they sold the natural product with same price with the CF, and then their income is like this. In this case, income is lower than the lettuce and the broccoli, lower than the CF, but the herbs, their income is more, higher than the CF, because they are round, their number of the round harvest is longer than the CF. So that this time, the 5 times they are finished, but the natural product, they harvest 7 rounds in the harvest. So their profit is like this. So the harvest, they get more the profit, but the lettuce, broccoli, when they sell at the same price, their income, the net profit is lower than the natural product income is lower than the CF. In this case, the chicken. In this case, the chicken. So their input cost is like this, but most of the NF is a little bit higher than the CF, but due to this labor cost, the working labor. So most of the farmers, they are calculated their labor cost to prepare the organic and the bio product or the mixed food. And there are some like these differences. And then this is because of the higher input cost than in the natural farming. And the income, but the income is different because the natural selling price is a little bit higher than in the market, the natural product in the market. And then their harvest yield is the same. So when you sell it, the chicken, the 1/2 count, they get like this, the income. There are other indicators, meat quality, labor, and the raising time, the disease, compared to the both farming methodology. They are good taste, delicious flavor, and the longer, their raising time is longer because they didn't provide the protein source as in the mixed food, and also less higher resistance to the disease. So, but anyway, they like doing the natural farming because they eat without any resource, they can raise the chicken, and they think that's more the benefit. But in this pig, they are a little bit also there are big input costs a little bit differences, but most of the almost the same. But this because of the labor work also, they are to prepare the mixed food or the bio-organic product. The income is like this because their weight is lower than, actually the final product weight is lower than the CF. So the income is a little bit lower than the CF. But in this case, they also didn't use the protein, the feeding material like this, the soya bean or the fish meal. They only use rice, the brown and the white is the corn and the powdery corn and powdery the rice without any using the nitrogen source. So there is so if they provide a little bit the small protein source, they can get more the weight harvest yield, and then they can the growing time is a little bit different. It can be the fast and the labor cost is a little bit low. And then their income will be the increase I expect. So maybe this year or the next year. In this case, the research of the Ethiopia to produce the G2 seed potato production yield. There are 3 cooperatives, and NeOrganic on the conventional, and the big, medium, the small size, and spoils, the rotten, and the total, the final product. They are also more all the 3 cooperative natural crop is more get more the harvest yield than the conventional way. And also there are this is information to compare all the cost and the other parameters. So, but in this case, the chemical use like this in the conventional per hectare, and also but the pesticide of the use both in the natural and the CFO, but 1 time only. But there are 2 times or sometimes 3 times because you know this is seed potato, not the real potato. This is seed potato. So to produce the clean seed potato or to get the seed potato certificate, they have to clean. But the problem is the oil around the natural plant surrounded by the conventional plant, including the normal farmers farming farm. In this case, and then break down the late variety due to the very bad weather conditions, and this fungi affected the natural plant. So there is no options to use the pesticide in the farmers because this is the project, and then I can't let them use. I can say to not use the chemicals in this case because this is the farmers the profit, farmers positions, not this not world vision. So I couldn't manage them. So in this time, so they applied 1 time pesticide anyway. So the testing cost like this, and the IM application amount is like this. They are applying the IM application, not only the IMO, also the FPJ, some other solutions, natural solutions they apply through the whole cultivation time. And so totally 11 times they apply the natural solutions. And there are also labor days like this, or the curing labor days like this, and the harvest, and the total input, and the actual yield is like this. So net profit like this, there are big differences between the NF and the CF. All 3 through the all same result through the all 3 cooperatives. The conclusions: productivity, input cost, natural, and nutritional food accessibility. The productivity statistically in the Sri Lanka case, there are no average productivity, no differences between the beneficiary and non-beneficiary. But it's not caused by the natural product or conventional product, because they are influenced by another parameters, environment, the factors. But the significant differences between the people and after the beneficiary groups. And the input cost also there's significant difference. And natural and the nutritional food accessibility, over the 20% improvement has been achieved compared to the baseline data. So through this project, the natural and the nutritional food accessibility improved. The Vietnam, the NeOrganic farmings on the side chicken pig, productivity input cost, the income is different, the 3 parameters. Also, there are no significant differences in average the productivities of the rice, chicken between the NeOrganic conventional farming. But the production yield of the NeOrganic farming is less than the conventional, which is only using the feeding material with carbohydrate-based resource without protein source. And the input cost, the labor input cost in the NeOrganic is higher than the conventional, which is the natural solution and the feeding material. total input cost of the neoorganic farming is less than conventional in rice and pig production, but chicken. Income, the net profit of the rice, chicken in the neoorganic product is much higher, up to 3 times than the conventional. But pig is lower than the conventional, so it's the lower productivity in the neoorganic. And this Ethiopia case, the productivity input cost is the no significant differences in the average productivity in input cost between neoorganic and the conventional method. This is statistically there are no significant differences in all the 3 countries, but actually their benefit, the net profit is higher than the conventional way. So this year or the next year, they can get more the good impact through this application of the natural farming or the neoorganic farming. I expect. So maybe next year I also share another updated data. Thank you.